So we have officially made it back to our house here in Peru.
Hi guys, so we're on the airplane and we'll take the short trip, and then after the short trip on this airplane, then we'll get on the long airplane.
So where are we going on the first little trip?
Yeah, and
Where is it gonna land?
to Florida.
Miami, Florida. Then from Miami, where are we going?
To Peru.
And we'll get back on and go to Peru, yep.
Yeah, and then in the morning we'll wake up and then we'll be at Peru, but Sabah will take us to our house.
Yep. We're riding on the handicap cart to our next gate. It was a long walk. It's going to be a long walk carrying all this luggage and everything. So we hopped aboard the handicap cart after a bunch of old folks got off, and we hopped on and decided to catch a ride. That was going to be way too much walking. I mean, we're still driving. We've been at this thing for like 5 minutes already. So well worth the ride. So we landed at 5 o'clock in the morning here, and got a taxi driver, actually a Christian guy, took us, brought us from the airport all the way back here to our house. And I have to say, it feels good to be back, but boy, is it hot. So despite the heat, it really does feel good to be back. We're just thankful for how the Lord worked and how He brought us, got us back. Everything went well with Isaac, and we're just so thankful for that. The Lord has just really been through all of this stuff, and of course we wouldn't be back even now without His leading and everything. And so we are excited to be here, and looking forward to getting back to the ministries and stuff. And so just got a lot of exciting things coming up. So we had planned before we even moved down to Peru the first time, we had planned a trip and booked a trip to Honduras to go to Good Samaritan Baptist Missions. So I went as a 14-year-old. I believe I actually turned 14. It was 13 or 14 on that trip. And one of the ministries that I saw stuck with me all this time, all these years, and that was the ministry that they have there of a soup kitchen. And so that is what in the video of our story and how God called us to Peru when we were here in Peru back in 2024, August of 2024, and Pastor Walter was showing us that church plant, and he had mentioned, he said he would love to see a soup kitchen there in that area, that little church plant. I was like, me too. I would love that, because that ministry that I saw on that mission trip in Honduras stuck out in my heart so much, and I've always wanted to have something like that. So yeah, so we're excited. So I'm excited, to go back and see that ministry again, because it's been years since I've been down there. And of course, now being married and having kids, I want the family to see it. And so we're just excited to be able to go there. So we fly out this Saturday. Yes, I know we just got back, but again, we wasn't expecting to be back in the States this close to leading up to the trip. We expected to still be here in Peru. And so anyway, God works all things out, but though we just got back to Peru, we do leave this Saturday. So we have a little bit of time here to kind of get settled back in. And then we fly out this Saturday, go into Honduras for a few days to be a part of that ministry again. and the missionaries there. They're a young couple, the ones that have taken over the mission from their grandparents. Our grandparents are actually the ones that founded it, Bob and Joan Tyson. And so their granddaughter, Stephanie Tyson, I think her last name, I believe you pronounce it Mejia. Now she's married. They now run the mission, as Bob and Joan have passed away. And anyway, so we've been in communication with them, and they are going to be able to the Lord's worked it out, where they're going to personally, just one-on-one, be able to work with us that week, not quite a week, I guess, that we'll be there. So she said, we will be able to just personally, one-on-one, be with y'all and go to all the soup kitchens you want to see, all this, and just, you can ask any questions you have, anything. And so that is what we're excited about. We can go and just ask all that we want to ask. We can, I don't know why I'm using a steak knife, but anyway, and so they said we can just, anything that we need or want or whatever, they'll try to work with us on. And so we're so thankful for that. We can just really, like I said, ask all the questions that we have about starting soup kitchens, how to run them efficiently, because they have a lot of soup kitchens now. They have some for children, where they feed children. They have soup kitchens for the elderly, where they bring them in, and of course each one they are able to share the gospel as well and stuff, which is of course what my desire has been, obviously, for ours as well. That's what makes it the ministry, not only just helping them physically, but then you're sharing the gospel. They're hearing the gospel, the most important thing. As they come in, you have a devotional with them or something, and so I'm just super excited about this. I'm excited to be able to go back, but then also just really gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge from these that have just really grown this ministry, I mean, massively. And so try to learn how to effectively do our ministry there as well. So when we get back next week, again, we leave this Saturday, we'll come back next Thursday. And when we get back from Honduras, from that trip, then naturally we'll be back here to and get back involved in the youth ministry on Saturdays. And I've been praying about direction with taking over the church plant, pastoring that church on Sundays and leading the services on Sundays and such. And so we are just excited. There's a lot of exciting things coming up. Some things I'm not even going to mention just yet. Some things that the Lord's been working in mine and my wife's heart, and I will hold off on those until another time. But just a lot of exciting things coming up, and we're just so thankful for all that the Lord has done. I'm telling you, it has just absolutely been amazing. All that the Lord did in our heart, first and foremost, Isaac getting saved. That alone was worth going through what we went through. We've been praying for Isaac, and just seeing that happen was worth it all. But then there's just many other things that the Lord did for us while we were back in the States, and we really just saw God at work. And a lot of times we don't always see the why, as to why we're going through things, why we're going through the trials and the things. And I may have said this in another video. God may not always show us the why, but we have seen a lot of why he sent us back, and things that he did to allow this to happen back in the States, and allow this to come to pass and stuff. And so we are very thankful. Just the Lord knows best, and he really worked in us and just strengthened our faith, even being back home and trusting him for things and seeing him provide and just do things. It has been wonderful. I'm telling you, we serve a big God, and we are just so thankful to be back here and just to kind of reset, if you will, and kind of take off again. And we're just praying for some big things. And thank you so much for everybody that watches videos, that reads our posts on Facebook and keeps up with us and prays for us. We sure appreciate that. Everything that is done, everything that God does in our ministry here in Peru, through Passion for Peru, everything that is accomplished, for those that have prayed for us, given, or just encouraged us any kind of way. Anything that y'all have done, that's fruit to your account. God will bless you for that and reward you as well. Praying for souls for our labor and different things. that'll be fruit to your account as well. When we see things happen down here, when we see people saved, when we see things happen and God just blessing stuff, that'll be fruit to your account as well. That's how God's got this thing set up, and it's just a blessing. We thank God for each and every one of you, and I'm gonna get to my breakfast here. My peanut butter. It's not a sandwich, it's a peanut butter half a sandwich, peanut butter bread, but it looks good, and I'm gonna eat up. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.